Okay, so we are back again, and trust me, I don't know what you're doing online. I don't know why you're online at this particular point in time, but I feel like we should just give some of the reflection towards like what is happening currently in the Republic of Zimbabwe, right? So it's nothing new. It's the content that we've always covered. So basically, the resolution for 2030 has been adopted, and we knew that this day was coming. It was always coming. But I think one of the most important thing to understand here is the accumulation of events that led like this to fantasize this idea that Chiwenga Munari he's strong in his power, he has power, he has influence, he can topple ED and Emmerson Mnangagwa and everyone else is scared of Chiwenga. That's what people want to think, and I understand. And at some point I was one of those people that was thinking that Chiwenga still has the keys, and when he left the military he still has he is still an important stakeholder in this case in terms of being a kingmaker or kuti idi aramba ari pachigaro, but in this case it's starting to diverge. That view is starting to diverge since the beginning of the year. Chiwenga has always been the one that is where action is taken against him. You cannot be a Chiwenga supporter and believe that you have security. This means that from wherever that you are eating, whether it's mining or wherever where you are in, if you're a Chiwenga supporter within ZANU PF, they get rid of you. Look at Geza, for example. Geza was doing mudslinging and now he's out of the he's out of the central committee of ZANU PF. They took him out. They are taking out each and everyone that is perceived to be Chiwenga's fan. What this immediately tells you is that Chiwenga's side does not have power because they are not putting a pushback fight towards Emmerson Mnangagwa's side. And also, Emmerson Mnangagwa has all the arms of the state. He is shifting the chess pieces around. Yesterday, the police were scaring people not to even protest in the first place. Don't think that people that want to protest, they do, but there's no security guarantees in the first place. So what it tells you immediately is that Chiwenga's side is the weaker side, unfortunately, in this case. And it looks like ED has done his homework in this case, and it looks like ED is winning. I'd like to show you a media file, right, for the starters, right? This, okay, this is 2025, 2024. What you see from this clip, sorry, okay, what you hear from this clip is that you're gonna hear this guy say Emmerson Mnangagwa is basically rejected the 2030 claim. He's not going to 2030. He is a president. He believes in constitutionalism. This is what you are going to get from him here, right? But I want you to look at this again.
But please don't stone the message.
National People's Conference of ZANU PF held on 26 October 2024 in Bulawayo resolved as follows.
1 year later,
in recognition of the extensive developmental milestones and the significant socio-economic progress are therefore directed to initiate the reform of the nation, noting that no notable steps have been taken to implement the above resolution. This conference hereby reaffirms this resolution and directs the Secretary for Legal Affairs and the Minister of Justice to ensure that before the 23rd National People's Conference, this resolution of the party is fully implemented.
At some point in time, with some power or some influence of presidential ambition, you cannot.
Furthermore,
you cannot think that you would stay
furthermore,
in the public. Basically,
furthermore, ensure that this resolution is fully implemented.
That you'd be getting. Ingaveri mari, ingaveri chi, but want to make sure that so Chiwenga in this case, if he's gonna leave, it's going to be interesting to see what is he going to form to. But if they do not take away things from him, Chiwenga might actually be a force, not start his own party, but he might start conspiracies within ZANU PF. Leading up to 2028 elections, ZANU-PF's gotta make sure that their secrets or things that Chiwenga knows, they remain quiet or he doesn't use it for their weaknesses against them. Things that Geza knows and all of those things. They need to eliminate these guys. And Chiwenga, if he sleeps here, if Chiwenga closes his eyes here at this point in time, the guy is gone. The guy is gone for good. So if he is another person that is actually clever, he needs to start giving assurances to his supporters. I'm talking about his political supporters, not us bystanders that are in the road that are like, yeah, Chiwenga, we're hyping you up. No, we are not really hyping him up. We're not really a supporter of him. I mean, we like the fact that they are fighting, but not necessarily that we are supporting Chiwenga. We need to make a difference here. We like the fact that they are fighting and they're busy killing each other's guts out, but what we must maintain is to make sure that they know that we don't care about them. So what is important though, a lot of people since tonight have been asking this question, like there's this media, I would say like influencer pages or social media pages, they've been posting posts like, hey, listen, Chamisa is warned ZANU-PF that whatever the people in power within ZANU-PF seek to do, they get their way one way or the other. So basically it means that with the resolution that ZANU-PF has taken today, they are gonna make it into law. If everything continues as it is right now in Zimbabwe, they are going to make it into law. Basically amend the constitution, basically rig the votes of the constitution and everything of that particular sort. So what we're trying to say is that it's fantasy to think that this whole resolution is going to stop only within ZANU-PF Politburo or ZANU-PF Congresses or ZANU-PF, or it's going to continue, it's going to carry on, and these people are going to have a blast about it, and these people, they're going to speak about it. So this is to say that it is very important that you understand that ZANU-PF ambitions, and since they are the people with the state power at this point, they are going to be carried through to the state. Now, what is it going to take for Zimbabwe to actually achieve some sort of freedom, right? Unless something that is unique or something that is totally out of the ordinary. This is to say that opposition that doesn't look like the Nelson Chamisas, or that doesn't look like what you've seen before, or the people, the familiar faces before, even the job scholars, or it's gonna take opposition that is so hard and that is not being anticipated by ZANU-PF to actually liberate or to actually bring about some sort of what you'd call some sort of like equilibrium where the power can be shared. But up until then, which is when, and even if that happens, until then we are going to be, I don't know, we are in a state of we don't know. And particularly, and if we are to be honest, and I need to, like something that Zim Daily posted today, I need to reaffirm it here. If you know you attend one of these churches, Magaya, Makandiwa, Mpomwasha, Ubed Angel, Passion Java, whatever the ED pastors that you attend, whatever, if your pastor ever told you that it's God's will to be led by ED, Emmerson, Mnangagwa, and it's God's will to be led by murderers and thieves, I need to tell you one thing: you cannot save God and support Emmerson Mnangagwa simultaneously. This is to say that you are flawed, so you contributed to this 2030 thing. If 2030 actually happens, you contributed to it. Everyone else that has been saying at some point, Scott's Kapkanya, this FC, whatever the stupid team he plays for, I don't know, Zimbabwe or not Zimbabwe, I forgot, but whoever has been supporting people like Winkner and stuff like that, you contributed to this 2030. Calling Winkner Chivayo Mbinga or even hyping them up. Your favorite celebrities like Holy Ten, your favorite celebrities like Japres have contributed to this 2030, and leading up to 2030, it's not going to be easy for the average Zimbabwean. I mean, talking about people like myself to actually survive. Already things are already hard, but it's not going to be easy leading up to 2030 and even past 2030, if we're going to be remaining with the same type of garbage that we have at the moment, it's not going to be easier soon. And thanks to those idiots, and thanks to those people that do not see the greater good of the community, that they support ZANU-PF even at their weakest, trying to publish, to cleanse its name, to do money laundering, laundering its name. I mean, not money laundering, but cleaning up its name in churches, in music, and whatever it is. I think to be associated with anything that is ZANU-PF. Ashaming to be associated with corruption, but at this point in time, nah, it's not. And with all that being stated, this was like once in a while me coming back to basically tell you what is happening. So basically this is what's going to be just be happening in next year or something of that particular sort. There's going to be a motion, a member of parliament to raise a motion to extend the presidential term limits by 3 years, or up until, to make them limitless depending on whatever that they're feeling. The speaker notes the motion, and the speaker would bring that motion to a vote, and the vote must get 66% of the voters to actually agree with the motion, which is 100 plus. Besides, the triple C in the opposition is already bought, so you might even just get the whole parliament unanimously agreeing that 2030 we are going forward, right? Then after that, there is going to be a consultative process, basically where they go to citizens and asking them questions. But that process can be manipulated. Then there is going to be voting for the resolution to change the constitution to actually make it much more open for you to do. That is a constitutional amendment where you can be voting to say, yes, you want presidential term limits to actually be extended. Then after that, coming into 2028, don't even think that the elections are going to be free or even fair. I mean, if it's not even free, don't think that it's fair, or harmonized elections, or whatever you want to call it. Then after that, you have your Emmerson Mnangagwa being sworn in 2028, and he is your president moving forward for that particular time, for that particular year. So unless something happens, unless death or something happens, Emmerson Mnangagwa looks like he's on the pathway to presidency. And another thing that I listened to today was it yesterday? Was Chiwenga's speech. Yeah, he tried to appeal, he tried to say this, but hey man, I could see that the man is in the losing side, and unfortunately, this is how it is. Emmerson Mnangagwa is won. Thank you guys for watching this, or for being with me for this particular point in time. It's been 6 months since 6 months or 4 since I actually uploaded a video, but I think I'm gonna start doing that again. Thanks.